So SA 570, one of the most beautiful standard which I mostly love the standards. I love 700 series and 570. My next preference is 570. What is this 570? Going concern. So like you would have understood, going concern is a fundamental assumption for accounting, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You would have understood going concern is a fundamental assumption for accounting. Fundamental assumption for accounting. If you have read Accounting Standard 1 properly, disclosure of accounting policies, okay, and accounting principles or fundamental accounting assumptions will be adopted. These are fundamental assumptions. See, whenever a company prepares financial statements, whenever you see a balance sheet, tell me, suppose I'm showing you one company balance sheet. Do you ever get a doubt, will this company be shutting down in the next year?
No, sir.
No. That's a fundamental assumption that company will continue in future. Yes or no? We have fundamental assumptions of accrual, going concern, and this one, consistency. So we think going concern is an assumption. Every company should prepare financial statements by taking going concern assumption. Is it mandatory? Logically speaking, they should check whether they have the ability to continue as a going concern. Concern means what? Organization, entity, enterprise, establishment, institute, company, whatever. Going concern, this company will not stop today. The entity will not stop today. The concern will not stop today. The concern will will keep on going concern. You should check whether our concern will have the ability to go like that or not. You need to check. Only after you feel, only after you are confident of a company, yes, our company have foreseeable future. Only after you confirm that our company will for surely continues in future, only then you are eligible to take that assumption. And remember, in fact, because of going concern assumption only, we are preparing financial statements under historical cost approaches.
Yes, sir.
Why fixed assets are shown at original cost minus accumulated depreciation net value? Why I will show it original cost minus? See, in a company balance sheet, if you take plant and machinery is 50 crore. How this is arrived? 100 crore original cost minus 50 crore depreciation, you have 50 crore. If I sell this plant and machinery today, I hardly fetch 10 crore, not more than that. The realizable value of this plant and machinery is 10 crore. Some plant and machineries don't even have realizable value. You know that? You have to sell them as scrap. You have to dismantle everything and sell them as scrap, where you not even realize 1 crore. Sir, then why are we showing it 50 crore? Where its capacity, where its realizable value is 10 crore? Remember, my intention is not to sell. Do I have intention to sell this?
No, sir.
Tell me if someone asks you, what is your mobile phone cost means, do you tell original purchase price or do you tell realizable value?
Purchase price.
Why you don't want to sell, you want to hold? Suppose you went to a sell shop and you want to sell your phone, which value will tell?
Realizable value. Market value.
Market price, how much ever you are expecting to sell it, that value will be quoting rather than cost. That's why inventory has to be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is lower, because you don't have the intention to hold. You have the intention to sell it within next 12 months. So you show it at realizable value. That is what the prudence concept also, right?
Yes, sir.
Expected probable loss recognized immediately. Is this a probable loss expected? No, I'm not going to sell. I'm going to use. My asset realizable value is 10 crore, but it has capacity to generate more than 50 crore worth of production. If I use the asset, it will generate more than 50 crore worth of production. Inventory, I want to sell immediately. Since I want to sell immediately, if I sell at a price less than cost, it will be a loss. No, expected loss you have to recognize first. No, that's why you should recognize at cost or NRV, whichever is lower. Today, I'm telling you, quality of audit has been compromised like anything. People are going and conducting audit, verifying voucher there or not, TDS bill is there or not, GST bill is available or not, client paid meals or not. Only in this way they're doing audit. The most important point, going concern has been completely eliminated. People are not verifying properly. Even recently, NFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority, has concluded that one of the big entity, big enterprise, audit enterprise, is not doing audit properly. They are having quality lapses. They are not verifying going concern assumption. Look at ILFS, DHFL. These are the companies, Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Services, D1 Housing Financial Limited. You know, recently, just 3-4 days back, Harley Davidson announced they wanted to leave India. In 2018, 2017, Fiat company, it was taken out of India. Fiat is now want to leave. They are unable to sell. Nissan is unable to sell. Renault is unable to sell. Chevrolet already taken away. I mean, Chevrolet has already taken away completely. Why these companies are closing? Because they are unable to continue their business. And because of this COVID, many industries have affected drastically. Many companies were affected drastically. Now tell me, is there anybody using stationery?
No, sir.
Nobody is using stationery. Everybody is using touchpads and all. Only hardly students are using. Now, is there any consumption of huge amount of stationery like earlier?
No, sir.
So this, because of less consumption of stationery, certain stationery manufacturing companies exclusively engaged, they are losing. Certain FMCG related products are losing market. Now going concern is about to miss. So auditors have to check. See, financial statements of the company which you are doing audit were prepared based on going concern assumption. They are prepared based on going concern assumption. You see, is this going concern assumption suitable or not? You need to check what? Suitable or not. For them, can they use going concern or not? You need to check. You know, I'll tell you, Sudhir, what is balance sheet? Sheet always balances. Balance sheet will always balance. The balance will be equal. Balance sheet will tally only if you prepare financials based on double entry system and only if you prepare financial statements based on going concern assumption, you know.
Sir.
Suppose if going concern assumption is missing, fixed assets have to be shown at NRVs, yes or no? Do you think NRVs and everything will match? No. In fact, when company going concern is missing, balance sheet itself we will not prepare. Financial statements itself we will not prepare. When going concern is missing, company will go for liquidation, no?
Yes, sir.
When going for liquidation, we prepare liquidator final statement, final liquidator statement. Where is the question of balance sheet? Is there a concept called post-liquidation balance sheet? And a company itself is not there. Where is balance sheet? Balance sheet is assets and liability register. Company already liquidated. No assets and no liabilities. Everything is settled. Where is the question of balance sheet? We don't prepare balance sheet P&L if the company has been liquidated. If the going concern assumption is missing, company will go for liquidation and we don't prepare financial statements. First understand that. There is a saying that if going concern is missing, all the assets and liabilities shall be stated at NRV in the balance sheet. That's wrong. You don't prepare a balance sheet because company go for liquidation. So companies, while preparing financial statements, uses going concern assumption. Going concern assumption. You need to check how far this assumption is suitable to them. How far this assumption is suitable to them. I remember Jet Airways. 31st March 2019 until 31st March 2018 and 19, Jet Airways share price was touching at peaks of 500 to 700. Now where is Jet Airways? Jet Airways have started default from September itself. September 2018 onwards itself, they started defaulting. Have you heard of Sudhir? 1.5 years ago, Jet Airways employees were on strike. Yes or no?
Okay.
So, see, like Air India, now Air India is also about to default. Air India is having huge losses. Biggest loss-making airlines industry. Are you getting it? Until 2014, nobody knows what is Indigo. Nobody knows what is Indigo. Today, Indigo is India's leading air carrier. Inter Aviation Global Limited. Spice. Getting it? There is another airlines called this one, no? Spice only, no? Spice Airlines, no? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Spice Airlines, which is owned by Sun Network Company, Tamil Nadu. Air India is loss making. Person who is conducting audit of Air India should check whether company has the ability to continue in near future. Next 12 months, from 31st March, next 12 months, can the company have potential, ability to continue? Tell me, Sudhir, what you need in order to continue your business? Finance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You need to see in the liabilities, current assets. Whether your current assets can repay your current liabilities in the near 12 months, within 12 months, can they be repaid? Do you have the enough capacity or not? That's why we need to see current ratio. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Asset test ratio, there is some ratios, asset current has some ratios, but your liquidity ratios. Why we need to check liquidity ratios? In order to know going concern capacity of the company. Today, in CARO 2020, auditors have to comment whether the company can repay all the liabilities as on 31st March of the financial year. All the liabilities, do the company have the capacity to repay them within next 12 months or not? Auditor have to specifically comment. Sir, next year debentures are about to come for redemption. Do company has capacity to repay? You need to check. See, going concern assumption checking, going concern is not a big deal here. Just ask your mother or father, they'll tell you. Don't you have a financial budget at the beginning of the month or somewhere in the first week or second week of the month at a home?
Yes, sir.
Every parents, every family, whether it may be ultra rich family or poor family, every one of them have a budget in their mind. How much is my income? How much is my estimated expenses? They will do. Same analysis, you do it for a big corporate. Same principles, same formulas, same logics. I'm having today, my cash and bank balances are 100 crores. My trade receivables are 30 crore. My inventory right now are 40 crore. My other loans and advances are 10 crore. All of it together, 180 crore is my total current assets. Debentures are coming for redemption, 150 crore. Current liabilities, trade payables are 30 crore. And all this, within next 12 months, these are my obligations. Within next 12 months, this is my revenue. Already, total liabilities are 250 crore, whereas assets are 180 crores. Company, there is a symptom that company will default. Will you straight away say going concern is missing?
No, sir.
Company may go for liquidation. Can you straight away say going concern is missing? Here current liabilities are more than current assets. Can you straight away say that? No. Ask management, sir, this is the position. You are unable to repay. You can't repay. Manager told, sir, we are raising fresh debentures in order to repay these debentures. Is it permitted under company law? Ask management. You verify. Yeah, it is permitted. If company go for fresh issue, will company survive? Will company be successful raising fresh debentures? Yes, company has still good name. Okay, company will bring another 200 crores of debentures and repay this. Still positive figure only will be there. Okay, fine. Next to 12 months, company has no problem. Suppose what if company has already lost reputation in the market? The directors I asked, sir, will your company be successful in future if they go for public issue? Because you are having outstanding liabilities of 250, whereas you are having assets of 180, there is a deficit of 70. Company has to liquidate because creditors will not tolerate, right? What creditors will do? If you can't repay, sell your fixed asset and repay. That's what people insist, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If at all you borrow from somebody money, you don't have money. What people will say? Sell your house and repay my money. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Creditors will insist. They will pull you for insolvency and bankruptcy court, IBC proceedings, and obviously company will have no other option except to liquidate the assets, or they may have to, come up with additional plans, reconstruction. If reconstruction is also not possible, if reconstruction is possible, going concern is there. If reconstruction is not possible, company has to liquidate. See now Vodafone Idea Limited. They are at the edge, right now there is a case which is going on, AGR case is going on, where Vodafone has to pay 58,000 crore dues, Now who is using Vodafone Idea here? Everyone has migrated either to Airtel or Jio. Now Airtel is having the plans. Airtel want to increase data cost. You know that? Recently, the CEO of the Airtel announced that we wanted to increase data cost. Okay, let him increase. What will happen? Entire Airtel users migrate to Jio. Airtel also will go for bankruptcy.
Yes, sir.
In India, now it is a duopoly. Though there is an oligopoly market for telecom, it's actually a duopoly. Because only these two people are dominating entire telecom industry. Vodafone Idea, they expressly told, if at all 58,000 crores have to be paid, of course Supreme Court said they have to pay it. Already order has been passed. Still there is a pending with Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Still they are appealing for Telecom Regulatory. It was on hold. If at all the order was passed, Vodafone chairman itself told, we have to liquidate. We have to vacate business from India. Vodafone Idea. Where is Uninor? Where is Docomo? Of course, they were acquired by some other companies. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So, going concern is such a sensitive assumption. It is not an assumption which anybody can take. Of course, they may take, but as an auditor, Sudhir, you have to verify how far going concern assumption is suitable for the company. Only if it is going concern is suitable. See, going concern, what conclusions you can get, Sudhir? After you analyze a company financial position, what conclusions you will get? Let us assume company used going concern assumption. Company used going concern assumption while preparing financial statements. Okay, they have used it. But you verified now. What conclusions you will get, Sudhir? Going concern, yes, going concern is suitable. You may get the answer called going concern is suitable. Suppose you are doing audit of Jio, Reliance, they prepared financials on going concern. You just checked everything. Yeah, company has good prospects. Going concern is very much suitable. Which opinion you will give, Sudhir?
Unmodified.
Going concern is suitable for them. They used it. And you also convinced it. Nothing is misleading. What opinion? Unmodified opinion. Unqualified opinion to this extent. To the extent of going concern, you go unqualified. Suppose if there is a mistake in valuation, there you will give modified opinion.
Yes, sir.
But from the point of view of going concern, you give which opinion? Unqualified.
Unmodified.
Suppose you are conducting audit of Vodafone Idea. You are conducting audit of Vodafone Idea. Or you are conducting audit of Indian Overseas Bank. Of course, these banks are now being merged. Right now, bank restructuring scheme is going on. Vodafone Idea, let us take. Vodafone Idea, you are doing audit. Or you are doing audit of Air India. You understood next to 12 months, no doubt about it. These companies are going to default. No doubt about it. These companies are going to default. For them, going concern assumption is not at all suitable, not at all appropriate. But tell me, Sudhir, what they did while preparing financials, they are using it.
Yes,
their balance sheet P&L says we are preparing financials on going concern. They are misleading people that we are still having ability to continue in future. Whereas I feel they don't have ability to continue future. Within 3 months, they will start defaulting. They already stopped paying salaries. They already stopped paying creditors. Now debentures is upcoming, coming for this one. Deposits are coming for this one. Maturity. Already Sahara Group is still facing that. Subrata Roy, he is in jail. Getting it? So now I am witnessing company future within next 6 months, they will default for sure. But they still use balance sheet P&L with going concern assumption, misleading public like you and me. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I also give true and fair balance sheet P&L. What does it mean? Company prepared financials on going concern basis. I said it is true and fair means what I'm supporting there. I am also supporting company going concern is suitable. Yes or no? But
Yes,
I
sir.
know going concern is not appropriate. Can I give true
Yes,
and
sir.
opinion, positive opinion?
No, sir.
Which opinion you will give? Qualified or adverse?
Adverse. Adverse.
Not even qualified, adverse, straight away. A going concern is not suitable. But they used it. If going concern is not there, tell me, balance sheet P&L majority items will affect this or no?
Yes, sir.
So the effect is pervasive. So adverse opinion. Which opinion? Adverse opinion.
Adverse.
Suppose I went and asked Vodafone Idea. I went and asked management Vodafone Idea. I felt going concern is not suitable. But management told me, sir, wait, sir. We have filed a appeal in Telecom Regulatory, Directorate of Telecommunications. We have also filed a review petition in Supreme Court. The review petition will be resolved within next 12 months. Within next 12 months, we will get a decision. Until then, we are fine, sir. Which means, is there uncertainty until the court order or not?
Yes, sir.
Can I say directly not suitable?
No, sir.
I felt going concern is not suitable if they have to pay 58,000 crores as per the Supreme Court order. But right now it is kept under abeyance. Right now it is kept under stay. They have filed a review petition with Supreme Court. They have filed a review petition with Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Now we are awaiting for decision. The proceedings will take up to 12 months. From 31st March up to within 12 months, are you confident it will liquidate? No. Are you confident it will successfully continue? No. Then what is the position? Okay, going concern is there, but it dependent upon an event. It dependent upon an event which is uncertain. Which is uncertain. Is this event a simple or silly event or significant event?
Significant.
Going concern is right now okay as per the information available appropriate, but material uncertainty exists. What is it? Material uncertainty exists. This is the third situation of going concern. Either you can say it is completely good, or you can say completely bad, or you can say good, but I am doubtful. But I am doubtful. Are you getting it?
Yes,
going concern is there right now. Okay, right now Vodafone company is continuing. People are using, they are getting monthly some recharge money, everything is coming. Operating wise it is fine. But if at all tomorrow after 6 months, if the court said you have to pay at a time, company has no other option except to liquidate. But will that order come negatively or positively? We don't know. Uncertain. So going concern is appropriate, but material uncertainty is there. Okay, sir, what is our audit reporting here? If this material uncertainty pending proceeding is honestly disclosed by the company in the financials, company financials clearly discloses, we are having going concern but depend on future. Company disclosed it honestly. Which opinion you'll give?
Unmodified.
Company is hiding this. Company is not disclosing, and company is showing we are having going concern without mentioning this worry, this issue. You will give straight away adverse opinion.
Adverse.
Now you are giving unmodified. You are saying everything is fine, no?
Yes, sir.
Here you have to bring a new para. Material uncertainty related to going concern. Material uncertainty related to going concern. A new para has to be added when you give unmodified opinion. Sir, what is material uncertainty related to going concern? I told you an example right now. What is this para in the auditor's report? See, tell me, Sudhir. Company prepared financial statements on going concern, but of course there is a material uncertainty which company also disclosed in balance sheet period. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You take ILFS notes to accounts. It has 210 pages. Sorry, it has more than 100 pages. Notes to accounts is more than 100 pages. In that 100 pages, somewhere in the 50th note point, company clearly mentioned going concern is having material uncertainty. Going concern is having material uncertainty. They clearly mentioned. Now tell me, is company cheating in the financials? No.
No.
So which opinion? Obviously you have to give unmodified opinion. But in the 100 pages, in the 50th note point, material uncertainty details are mentioned. Okay, I am the auditor. I will read each and every page because I have to give opinion. I will read. Which investor will read this? Which investor will ever? Because I said unmodified opinion, people also think everything is fine. Generally, whenever auditor give unqualified opinion, what people think? Company is fine with everything. That's what people also think. Now, according to me, people should see this point. People should see this point. No doubt about it. What is the option I have?
Emphasis of matter.
Emphasis of matter para. But tell me, Sudhir, emphasis of matter para, we highlight some important point. Here
Yes,
also I want to highlight. See, in financials, no, I found some 5 issues which I want to highlight. Among that, this one is also one issue. Is this issue and remaining issues are of equal importance?
No, sir. This is more
Going concern, yeah,
significant.
this is something related to going concern. It is not something which I want to regularly highlight. It is something which I want to highlight with an exclusiveness, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Are remaining points which I want to highlight, people may look at it or not. I'm not worried. This is a going concern, must be seen separately. So I don't want a regular emphasis of matter. I want a special para exclusively to highlight, exclusive to highlight going concern related issue. So you see, I'll show you the audit report now. You remember audit reporting?
Yes, sir.
You remember contents of audit report? Material uncertainty related to going concern, there is a para. This is a special para which emphasizes material uncertainty related to going concern. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You may ask me, sir, this is also highlighting only, this is also a reference to not point, highlighting only. We can use emphasis of para, which is there. No. Emphasis of matter para is to highlight general issues. This is a going concern issue. People should understand by reading heading itself. Immediately. Now tell me, Sudhir, emphasis of matter para, material uncertainty related to going concern para comes when auditor give unqualified opinion or when auditor give a modified adverse opinion.
Unqualified opinion, sir.
Unmodified. Exactly.
Unmodified.
When you are giving adverse, financials are not remembered, no need to highlight anything.
Yes, sir.
But you are giving unmodified. Why? Company, whatever honestly they have to disclose, they disclose each and everything. Nothing they have hidden. Even they are facing trouble with respect to finance. They are having uncertainty. That is also disclosed in notes clearly. Obviously, company is honest. Company is very disclosing everything. Company is disclosing everything with true and fair. So, but I'm also giving unmodified opinion. People make a wrong opinion. So, let me highlight that going concern issue in a separate para. Material uncertainty related to going concern para in the audit report I will bring. And I will mention that material uncertainty here. On this MCQ may be asked. Material uncertainty related to going concern para will come into picture when going concern is inappropriate. False.
False.
Material uncertainty related to going concern will be used in audit report only when auditor expresses a modified opinion regarding going concern.
No.
False. Material uncertainty related to going concern will be used by the auditor when the auditor feels appropriate, but a material uncertainty exists and the fact has been adequately disclosed by the management in the financial statements as per applicable financial reporting framework.
True.
True. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
See, this is what entire SA 570. I told entire SA 570 is over. Only thing is now reading is pending. We will open the material tomorrow and we will read.
Okay, sir.
Now you may get a doubt, sir. How to know going concern is missing? Okay, you told me some defaults are there, something problem is there, all that. How to know going concern is missing? How do you get that idea? There will be symptoms. There will be indicators. Indicators are financial indicators, operating indicators, all that we will discuss tomorrow in the tomorrow's class. Are you confident?
Yes, sir.
Everybody understood now? All of you kindly reply. Again, tomorrow while reading material, you will get even more clarity. I will even show you examples. Like audit reports, I will show you relating to going concern. Okay, carry on. Bye.
Okay, sir.